Today, happy Friday, first of all. Today I'm going to show you how to make realistic fire logs for your dioramas or fairy gardens out of foil and paint. It's probably self-explanatory as you look at this stuff, but I want to make a quick point that these look like actual pieces of wood that you would find outdoors rather than those processed logs that you can buy at the grocery store. So this gives a more realistic, outdoorsy look to your fire logs, to your dioramas, because they, in our fantasy world, they get their things from nature and they just grab whatever they find and cut them up, and that's what we're going to be making. I've made these before. I have these also in my spooky tree diorama. So I'm just going to show you how I did it. Later, on another date, I'll show you how I did an entire fire pit area. But we're going to be using different color paints. The usual. Chocolate, some lighter browns. I think that's cafe latte or something. Black, white, to lighten up anything we want to lighten up. Our paintbrush can be any paintbrush, but I like to use the little firm bristles to get into little crevices and stuff. A little paint dish, foil, a little setup area. Yeah, it's super easy. And you might be thinking that this is going to end up looking cheesy, but it actually doesn't. It ends up looking really cool and realistic, and it's really fun. And this is why I always say you should have like just a ton of like foil in the house, because there's so many things you can do with tin foil with crafts. But all right, well, let's get started. Okay, we're back. So what we're going to do is take our foil of any size. You can make them as small or as large as you want to. I made a few here. A few different sizes just for fun. All you're going to do is roll it. And cause wrinkles like this. Okay, if you want it thicker, you can double it up by folding it. Okay. So essentially what I'm trying to say is you just grab the foil and make it as thick or as thin as you want. Let's see. There. That's a little tiny one. Okay, let's do it. Let's see, where to put the foil. Let's grab another piece. Noise. Let's do two. Let's do this. You can do, let's see. Wrinkle, wrinkle. You can fold it and twist. Okay, you essentially can do whatever you want to create these wrinkles, and it's a little bit like Play-Doh, where you just, or clay, you just form it the way you want because it's aluminum, and all those beautiful wrinkles are going to make it look like firewood that has been on the fire for a while. Okay, it's real easy. There's no like special. Let's use this, take this big piece. Let's fold it again, twist. Doesn't matter how big or small, it's your taste, whatever your project is that you're working on. Okay, just try to get those wrinkles in there. Okay, and you want it to look as imperfect as you can make them, because that's the point. Because you're never going to find a perfectly formed processed piece of firewood like you find at the grocery store if you're making a like fairy garden or something like that, okay? They just would go around collecting little twigs and little flower stems and things like that, okay? So that's all you do. You just take your foil, you kind of create a general shape in whatever size you want. There's no perfect piece, okay? There's no special trick. You just peel your foil, fold them and twist them a little bit, and, you know, maybe push in the ends a tiny bit, something like that, to give the illusion that they, you know, the fairies were out there with little axes or something, or gnomes. Okay, whoops, can you see? All right, so there's that. And all right, so after you do that, we're going to come back and start our painting, okay? All right, I'll be back. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to do the painting part. So we're going to take our black paint. Come on, paint. Hey. There we go. All right. And we're just going to cover our log with black paint. Get in all the little cracks. Oh, wait, hey, we have hair. Why? Get off. Oh, you made my video ugly. Darn it. Okay, let's ignore it. Okay, let's keep going. We can ignore the ugh. Okay, so let's fill in the entire piece with black paint. And then we will let it dry, and then we will come back and see if there's anything we missed. A lot like the tree, the bark that we did. Once the black paint dries, some silver will start showing through if we missed something, okay? And now we're using black paint to create depth, same as we did with the tree bark. Try not to touch the foil after you paint it, because it'll peel. It'll take it right off with your fingertip. It's going to get a little messy at this point because we kind of have no choice but to touch it somewhere. All right, so let's drop it like this. And a trick we could do is you can take a toothpick or something that and we can hold it down with a toothpick like this while we paint the rest, or anything, you know, anything you can you see that? Am I in the way? You may have to come by and do it a few times after it dries, but luckily for us, this dries quickly on foil. Okay. This is also why I chose a firm brush, so I can make sure the paint, like when I touch it with the brush, it just doesn't go all over. It just goes exactly where I'm putting the paint. Okay. All right. And, you know, since foil is slippery, it'll come off easy. So let's just put on a quick, thick layer, and then we will come back to it. Okay? All right. Let's let that dry, and then we'll come back for layer 2. Be right back. Okay, guys. What I do want to mention that's super important that I just remembered the hard way is when if you choose to blow dry these between layers, make sure, you probably already know this if you're a crafter or anything, but this foil is really light and I just blew this thing all over my carpet. I thought I had it under control, but I blew it with my blow dryer and it landed on my carpet. So just a friendly reminder, just make sure you pin this sucker down. See what I mean? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Should I keep this in the video? What do you think? Thumbs up? Oh my god. Lord have mercy. Okay, let's try this again. I'll put the music back on. Okay, so you just want to keep doing this until you fill in all these little silver. There's a few little silver places we want to fill in, but it has to be totally dry. And it might take a little while. You know, you might want to turn a trash TV on. I'm currently watching Love is Blind while I do this. So yeah, I'm just going to keep blow drying this and keep filling it in, and I will come back to you once my entire project is completely black with all these little silver spots, okay? And you do the same thing and we'll meet back here, okay? Bye. Be right back. Okay, we are all dry. This is how it looks. Did I just... Oh, it is dry. Okay, good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take some brown, shake it up, it's chocolate brown, just a little bit, because we're not going to paint the whole thing, we're just going to go over top of it, sort of like how we did the spooky tree. So just take a little. Now, whatever brown or whatever you're using, if it's too dark, you can just add a little white or yellow or whatever, you know, whatever your style is. So now we're just going to take this and brush over the top. Okay? Don't go in the crevices. Avoid those. You're just going to brush over the top. And then if you get too much, just roll it on your paper towel like that. Okay. Okay, just brush it over the top. Do the ends. Don't do too much. Okay. Remember, if you do too much, you can just pat it on the paper towel to pick up any extra. Alright, do the ends. Okay, don't do the crevices, just drag your brush over the top. So over the top. Alright, tips, drag. Okay, now let's let that dry. And then when that's dry, we're going to add our lightest layer for highlights. Just a little bit though, not a lot. Okay, so let's get down and look at it real quick. Okay. looks a little like something unpleasant. See that? I'm trying to make it clear for you. Okay, see how it's kind of looking like driftwood almost, or wood that's been in a fireplace for a few minutes? Okay. All right, let's let this dry. Then we will come back and we'll add a light layer. We may want to add a little white to this. We're not sure yet. But we're only going to be using a little bit, and it's going to be dry brushing, okay? All right, we'll be back. I just wanted to show you that it looks really, really good with just the brown. See how it looks sort of like driftwood? Isn't that cool? All right, we're coming back in just a minute. We'll add a very, very light layer, and then we'll be done with our wood. Okay, be right back. Okay, final step. We're going to use this color, the coffee color, just a teensy bit, just a little drop, because we're not going to need any more than that. Make sure your brush is dry. So after you wash it, just soak up the water with a paper towel or something, or just use a different brush. Okay, and we're just going to take a little bit, just a little bit like this. It might not even be light enough. We have to put some, maybe. Oh, maybe. Maybe it does work, yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's roll it a bit. Just take the little bits. And just kind of, you know, dab a bit. Okay, a couple pieces here. Just not too much. Okay, pops of color. Nice. So at this point, if you wanted to do one more layer of light, you totally could. A step lighter than this. Let's see what that looks like. Let's just put just a little bit of white in there. That wasn't a little. Let's just take that and put it over here. Huh. Oh my god. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. I don't want to offend anyone. Okay. Just a little bit. There we go. Just a little bit. Remember, if you feel like you put too much on, just roll it on the paper towel. That's cool. It kind of looks like a bit of charcoal there. Let's roll it just a bit. And you can also, if you make a mistake and you feel like you can't recover, you can paint it again. You know what I mean? Not that you'd want to, but... There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. Go back to the brown. Just a little bit, though. Go crazy. Okay. Pick up that way you just pick up the rest. You know, the extra that you don't want. Okay. Might want to add a little bit more darker brown in here. Just dab it so it's light. We don't want to go overboard, you know? There you go. You just keep kind of messing around with the color until you get a piece of wood that is appealing to you. Okay, let's get the camera. Look at that. Let's see. Looks like wood to me. A little driftwood. Might need to get some of that white off, but it does look like charcoal a bit. But I might cover that up. But let me try to cover that up a little bit. Take a little bit of dark again. Just a little bit of dark. Dry it off. Okay, just drag it over. Yeah, that looks really great. Oh boy, I'm enjoying this. Looks really cute, really pretty. Look at that. That's amazing. Look at that. Let's show you the detail in this. Look at that. And all you did was mess with a little foil and some paint. See that? I love it. Absolutely love it. There you go. And that's how you make realistic logs for your dioramas or your fairy gardens. There you go. Beautiful. Okay, guys, I hope you have fun with that. You can make any size you want. It just looks beautiful. It looks like driftwood to me, and it's so beautiful to me. Okay, well, have fun. If you have any questions, please leave a comment. I love your comments anyway. And yeah, it's super easy. All you need is foil and some paint. Okay, guys, have fun. Bye. Okay, I just wanted to show you the fireplace I made with a technique we just learned. Okay, here's the hole. And I took this tea light. And I cut a hole in this. See these fake stones? I'll teach you how to make these as well. I cut a hole and put this tea light through. I also used some glitter and stuff to look like fire. Then I placed it in the hole. Like that. And then here's the technique we used. I made a pile of wood. And then I'm going to turn the tea light on to show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like with the tea light. Looks like a fire. Pretty cool. Okay, I'll teach you how to make that. I just want to show you that I use that technique for my spooky tree diorama. Okie doke, see you soon.